Hello, for those who don't know much about IELTS, today I'm going to talk a little bit about IELTS, the proficiency test. IELTS itself, I'm going to focus more on the IELTS speaking section, okay? But for those who don't know, there is the IELTS academic and the IELTS general training, all right? The listening section is the same for both, okay? The academic reading section is quite a bit more academic in its nature than the general training reading section. The writing section, on the other hand, is specifically made up of two distinct parts, Task 1 and Task 2, and in total, the allocated time for this entire section is 60 minutes. In the academic version for Task 1, you are typically presented with a graph or some other visual data. Task 2, there's the academic essay where you typically have to write around 250 words in approximately 40 minutes. And then there's Task 1, which requires about 150 words in 40 minutes. One of them will appear on the test. Now, in Task 1 of the academic, it's the graphs I already mentioned, right? And various types, line, bar, analyzing graphs, okay? And also the essay. The essay in the academic version is a bit more academic, of course, than the essay in general training. The general training, the IELTS general training, is more for visa purposes. The academic is for those who want to attend a university or for those who want to do a master's degree or something along those lines. It is truly very, very interesting indeed. And now I am going to talk a little bit more about the speaking section of the examination. This PDF here is a teacher's PDF, right? And it's very interesting. It's from IELTS itself. So we're going to talk a little about speaking, okay? So let's get to it. But before talking about the speaking section, I want to mention that the overall IELTS score goes from 0 to 9, okay? It's not from 1 to 10, it's from 0 to 9. So it's a proficiency test, guys. So if you are able to get a 7, you are considered a good user of English. But if you are able to get an 8, a band 8, you are truly a very good user. It is indeed very hard to successfully reach a band 8, but we can get there. Anyone can. My students have reached it. Several have made it. So let's go. Let's go. Let's talk a little about the speaking section. Here are the IELTS criteria for listening. If you get out of the 40 questions in the listening section, which you have to do in 30 minutes, if you get 23 right, you already get a 6 and so on. If you, in reading, also very similar to listening, in writing, there are the criteria of task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, and grammatical accuracy. This is very important. So when we work with students, we have to work based on these criteria so that the student can move up a level. But I'm going to talk about speaking a little bit today. Why? Because I build a sophisticated and intelligent bot for you, and also a bot using all these specific criteria here. This includes ensuring excellent fluency and comprehensive coverage, along with a 25% Lexa, robust resource grammar, and clear pronunciation for the bot. He will diligently correct your responses until you effectively reach a proficient level, and then subsequently, he will provide you with a well-deserved grade. Also, according to the IELTS criteria, I invite you to watch our first class, which will be released on the 16th. The link will be down here and also in the bio on Instagram. And I invite you to use the bot. It's free, okay? Grab the link and try it out and see how interesting it is. It is, okay? For your use.